Welcome back to the Hesitant Homesteader. Today we're talking about immune systems. I've gotten some text messages lately from some friends just asking what I'm doing to boost my immune systems and keep my family healthy. Typically by this time of the year we're looking towards spring and things looking better, but this year we're in it for the long haul, I think.
I think so. So we're just upping our game with the stuff we're taking, with the things we're doing, and so we thought we'd share some of that with you. Okay, so your body's immune system's job is to fight anything foreign that tries to attack it. So
yeah, we want to make sure that we're giving our body what it needs so that when it finds something in our body that is foreign, that shouldn't be there, that it is able to do its job and get it out of there right away.
Okay, so the first thing we want to do is try to eat well. And it's been really a challenge lately because it's Easter and we have candy everywhere. And so we know sugar is not so great. So I'm ready to kind of get past the candy and start eating well again. So some of the things that we have been trying to do is obviously to get fruits and vegetables into our diets more often. We're starting our garden for the first time.
If you're interested in starting a garden, we'll actually link you to a couple of those videos and teach you a couple of our we're doing them in different ways, so we'll show you a couple different methods of how to go about getting your seeds started and actually growing your own food. When you grow things in your own yard, you're going to get the optimum benefits out of those fruits and vegetables. You know what's going on them and what's not going on them. Mm-hmm. But it is the reality that most of us still have to buy things from the grocery store. So when we're doing that, we make sure that we're cleaning the vegetables and the fruits that are coming into our home. And so when we're doing that, it's really quite simple. We're just putting water either in a bowl or you can fill your sink. And then you're going to put vinegar and a few drops of lemon essential oil and let that soak in there. And that actually will kill anything on it that shouldn't be there, any mold spores. So it's actually going to make your fruits and vegetables last longer. And then it also will get rid of any residue and the wax that they put on stuff at the grocery stores. So we always make sure that we soak it so that things are at least better than. So one of the things that's a really simple way to boost your immune system is to apply essential oils in different parts of your body. So those places would be pulse points. You can rub them on the back of your neck, up and down your spine, and the bottoms of your feet. Now the bottoms of your feet are actually one of the most porous areas of your body, and so it gets into your bloodstream really quickly. And the reason that you want to put it up and down your spine is because a lot of the viruses and the bacteria actually congregate around the spine. And so when you roll that up and down your spinal column, it's getting right in there and it's attacking right away. So one of the reasons that when you go to the doctor and they tell you that you have a virus and you can't really do anything, there isn't any kind of medication that you take, the reason for that is because the virus actually penetrates inside of your cell. And the medicine that they have come up with doesn't have the ability to actually penetrate inside of there and attack anything. So they always tell you just have to kind of wait it out, you'll get better, and your body's gonna do its thing. The thing with essential oils is that they are small enough and powerful enough that they actually can penetrate inside of that cell and attack the virus. So it's actually going to support your body's immune system and its response and help you to heal quicker when there is something in there that's not supposed to be. So there are 5 main oils that you can use to make a roller bottle that's it's a powerhouse. And so when I put that on my kids and on myself, I feel pretty confident that I'm doing a lot of good by doing that. So
yeah, and you've witnessed it with peppermint when she's put it. You know, I put it on my kids too. Not as much as you have. I kind of forget sometimes. But to bring a fever down, you've used it quite often down the spine, and immediately you see the fever coming down.
Yeah.
Although sometimes we want the fever to, be there. It fights it off. So the Powerhouse blend that Jenna's talking about includes OnGuard, frankincense, oregano, melaleuca, and DDR prime.
Yeah, and the reason that I've added DDR Prime into that is because it has different oils that are blended together and they have different properties. And so some of them are meant to help your body with oxidative stress. Some of them are meant to penetrate the cells so that you are able to attack those viruses that are in there. And so I thought that that would be a great one to add into my Powerhouse Oil blend, because I know that it's doing lots of different functions at the same time.
So one of the other things that we make sure that we keep in, I guess, our calendar and stay in routine is getting to our chiropractor. And so what's interesting is that our chiropractor will test us, and he does kinesiology. He'll test us for the products that our bodies need. And so Jenna might have stuff that she's taking that's different than what I take. We're also taking like the LLV, which is the 3 vitamins that doTERRA has, but I tested not so great for the one, but okay for the other 2. You tested all.
I do
well
all 3 of them. It's interesting because Joanna and I are really similar in a lot of ways, and even in what we take, our supplements, they're a little bit different based on our specific needs. So I really would encourage you to find a really good chiropractor that can work with you and what your body needs specifically. Mm-hmm. And another thing is to, you can either do this through your chiropractor, which I would recommend, or you could find a really good cleanse yourself. But to get rid of all of the toxins and things, I have been seeing a chiropractor for a really long time, but recently switched to somebody else. And he was able to cleanse me of all of the GMOs that were in my system and the pesticides. And I actually was really shocked by that I even had those in my system, because we eat mostly organic.
Yeah.
We grow a lot of our own food. And so when I went to him and he's like, you have so high of a content of GMOs in your system, we've got to get this out because it really shuts your systems down and you're not able to function well.
And he said it doesn't really allow your vitamins to work the way that they're supposed to in your body until you're detoxed. So that was interesting too.
Yeah, so once I went through this process with him, I was able to actually detox while I'm pregnant, which was amazing, because he really just put me on green foods and whole foods that were good for me anyways. And so all of those things were safe for me to do while I was pregnant. And I felt so good. I couldn't believe.
Well, she's been sick with every pregnancy, haven't you?
Yeah, so this is baby 6, and this is the first pregnancy that I have functioned through. Yeah. I am typically a very, very sick pregnant person. And so when I started feeling like a human and like I could actually eat, I could not believe it. So I was amazed as well. I just had a recent appointment with my chiropractor, and he asked how we've been feeling. And I said, you know, knock on wood, but my family has made it all winter without having more than like some sniffles here and there. And for a large family, that's almost unheard of. We were around a lot of sick people, lots of people that were throwing up at our homeschool group. There were so many like weird colds and things going around, and we were around them quite a bit, and I kept holding my breath thinking, oh my gosh, we're gonna end up sick soon.
And we were in school for the first time too, and so we did have a couple weeks where my boys weren't feeling great, but I thought for sure we would have been sick way before then.
Yeah, and so it's amazing when your body is given the tools that it needs in order to fight things off. God made us to be able to do that. And our immune systems are really complex and able to work well when they're not hindered and held back by all of the junk that goes into our bodies.
Well, and like you said, I mean, we eat pretty well, but we're surrounded by fields, both of us, where farmers do put pesticides on the fields. So there's nothing we can do about it.
Yeah.
other than take what our chiropractor tells us to take.
Yeah, so we do now have supplements that our whole family will go on when they start spraying. And that is just for a short time. It'll just help give us a little bit of extra boost so that when they are spraying the fields that our bodies are protected and that we'll be okay. So
this seems obvious, but drinking water is really important. My mom used to say to me when I started feeling weird, which was a lot, I'd be like, I feel weird. She's like, did you drink water? I'm like, Mom, there's more to this than drinking water. But I'm telling you, I believe her now.
It would get annoying. We're like, really? You think that water is going to solve the problem? But really, water, you need your water because it's actually flushing toxins out of your body. And so I don't know if any of you have seen, there's like a meme that is on Facebook a lot or whatever that says that we're basically complicated houseplants with emotions. Yeah. And so we need water and we need sunlight in order to get our vitamin D and to feel well. And so right now, while they're encouraging people to just stay in your houses, I encourage you to go outside and get some sun and let your kids run around in the sun for a while. That's going to do more for your health than almost anything. So
they're even saying that mental health issues are worsened by not, drinking water, being dehydrated. Any illness is made worse if you're dehydrated. So water is so, so, so important.
There are a couple of kits that doTERRA offers that include 4 of the 5 oils that we use in our Powerhouse Immunity Blend. This is a great way to get started on the road to health. The Healthy Start Kit includes a diffuser and 5 milliliter bottles of each oil. The Healthy Home Kit is a little bit larger kit that includes the same 4 oils, but you're also going to get several of the OnGuard products that we like to use for keeping our homes clean and germ-free. In the description below, you'll find links to many of the products that we talked about throughout the video. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you in the next one.